Luc Bouchard here with Solvac Life Coaching Services. I've been a certified life skills coach for 22 years, and I specialize in men's issues and helping men understand what keeps them stuck and from progressing forward. Today, this is video 4 of the 72-day challenge, and I want to thank you for coming back and watching. What we're going to be talking about today is men and their tolerance for risk, with specifically a focus between men and women and how that affects the relationship. Also, this week is all about understanding male behavior. So we have understanding male behavior, relationships between men and women, and then specifically men's tolerance for risk. So welcome, and let's get started. So men have a different tolerance and risk, different tolerance of risk than women on behavior. Some would say it's a greater tolerance of risk, and that kind of puts a value on it, and I don't really want to put a value on it. It's just difference. And let's start with some definitions as to what I mean by risk. Risk is going to be any kind of behaviors that are enacted or that men do that is really not necessary. So speeding excessively is risky behavior. Driving when you're really tired is risky behavior. Drinking and driving is extremely risky behavior for everyone else. All these things are problematic for everyone else. There is risky behavior in extreme sports, rock climbing, or certain things that men really enjoy doing that can possibly have problematic outcomes, especially if they're not wearing safety gear or safety harnesses. And another example of risky behavior would be being unsafe on the job site, not wearing safety gear, goggles, helmets, ear protection, harnesses when they need it. These are all really good examples of risky behavior. And another one is being out at night by themselves after they've been drinking at the bar and wandering the streets. And statistically, we know that who gets in troubles at night, it's young men, not women. They know to go home. They know to travel in numbers. So what this all means is that men expose themselves to risk and tension far more than women do. They're just more okay with it. They don't think about it. And it always comes down to, well, how come? What's that really about, and why is that more of a male condition experience than a female one? And when we look at what's really under that, it's all about that men are socialized to dismiss themselves. They are socialized to not believe that they're worthwhile or that they're worthy of anything. And where that comes out is in their physical health, their mental health. It comes out in their emotional health, how they endure stress and they put up with problems and they just kind of suffer in silence and just live a life of turmoil. And it's because if they really believed that they were worthy more, they would do things differently. And we see it all over the place, and it's a huge issue. It's big, especially with the men I work with and that come see me. That a big part of my focus is well-being and taking care of themselves. So really what's going on is that they just generally dismiss themselves and don't see themselves as particularly important, or that they're worthwhile taking care of themselves. So the outcomes of this behavior is that men don't live as long. Men, they fall back on addictions to cope with their stresses. They don't take care of their medical health. There's good stats out there about men who have been told that they are at high risk of colon cancer and not follow up. They don't go back. And this baffles doctors. It says, well, you need to do a follow-up checkup because you're at high risk, and they don't do it. And that's really interesting behavior when they've been told that they need to. And this really is a problem in relationships because women are constantly harping on men to take care of themselves, and men are constantly not wanting to do it. And it's this tension and this stressors between them. And it's not necessary. And I know that with a lot of the women I talk to, they get really frustrated that they have to be constantly harping on their guys. They feel like they have to be nagging them to take care of them. And really, guys, what the women want is for us to live longer so that they're not alone, so that they're not left by themselves. Don't do it for yourself, do it for your children. Do it for your wife. Do it for the people that love you. You know, don't, you know, live a longer life. Take care of yourself, because it's really, you're not going to leave them behind, because we know that men don't live as long, as I mentioned. So those are my thoughts on men and their tolerance of risk, and why they put up with stuff. It's because they generally believe that they are less worthy and that they're expendable. And we're not. We need to take care of each other. We need to, you know, and we're all in this together. So, Luc Bouchard with Solve Act Life Coaching Services, where I specialize in men's issues, and I've been a certified life skills coach for 22 years. And my parting thought of the day is, it's up to you to take responsibility for yourself. No one else is responsible for you. And I wish you good mental health and stress-free life. You take care. Bye now.